My favorite and deepest role-playing experience doesn't come from a traditional RPG, you surprised bastards. What if I told you there is a game that lets you take insane control over highest number of characters in any game, with pretty much unlimited build potential that is gonna get you emotionally invested with ease, and create moments like rarely any other game has the ability to do continuously even after thousands of hours? Are your eyebrows raised? Well, it is Football Manager, or formerly known as Championship Manager. Every time I'm on vacation, I bring my old laptop and fire it up. And every time I get invested so easily into it. Was away for 4 days this week and the only thing I did was play that bloody thing. I have to warn you though, I'm sure most of you know about Football Manager, but any who haven't played it yet, it is by far the most addictive and time-consuming game I have ever played, and nothing comes close. And I don't even watch football anymore. Stopped watching it about 10 years ago, but upon firing FM up, that excitement of building my favorite team comes within seconds. Especially when playing retro database with my favorite players like Henry and Ronaldinho. So be careful about starting FM. My cousin had to redo couple years in high school because of it. People had divorces because of it. Then on the flip side, there is a fantastic story about Will Still, now manager of a first league French club Reims, that was obsessed with FM and used his passion and knowledge attained from the game to become a real life manager. Crazy successful as well, especially considering he's just 30. Not gonna talk here about Sports Interactive and some of their scummy practices like selling in-game editor that was some time ago free for use but in a different version, or lack of improvements in match engine in terms of meta builds dominating like Gegenpress, or fact that they sell basically a new game every year for a full price with just a transfer update and few internal changes, like FIFA. Sometimes these changes are minimal and sometimes they are more significant but rarely worth a full price. I usually buy FM every couple of years on 50% deals or better, cause it's not worth it otherwise. Instead, I'll try to explain what is special about it. First, the amount of clubs that can be controlled. It's insane. I can take control over Croatian second league, English semi-professional clubs, Spanish fourth league, or start unemployed to work my way up from second South African league to eventually biggest clubs in the world. Then each of those teams has senior, under 21 and under 19 or under 19 teams. Then you can fire almost all the staff and bring in completely new people. Argue with the club board to get more funds for transfers, wages, new facilities and even the new stadium. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Set up scouting network to pick up those young Latino wonder kids that are gonna get your club to the next level. Then set up the team. Do you want younger but mentally inexperienced team that will, due to first team exposure, have more chances to grow? Or mix young with old due to older players having far better mental stats but usually weaker athleticism if past their prime? Alright, then the tactic build comes. Oh boy, the options here. Symmetrical, asymmetrical, typical, non-typical. Individual instructions, team instructions, out of possession phase, transition phase, possession phase. Ridiculous. On top of all that, choose any of 5, 6, 7, 8 roles for each position and complement it with defensive, offensive or supporting mindset. On top of that, some players have experience playing together, so they are gonna be more effective if connected tactically. There is also a hierarchy with social dynamics that can affect things too. Setting up the whole club how you see fit is an experience on its own. Seeing the results of your work is extremely satisfying, especially when controlling lower league clubs where money is tight and loans become a huge factor for success. It all takes us to the match engine, where such massive number of variables come into one match to try to make the best sense of it. Many will say graphically the game is subpar and that engine should have been improved a lot over the years in terms of presentation. It is going to be a lot better in 2025 because huge changes are coming, but for me it is irrelevant. I could still play with bottle caps, like in a good old Championship Manager, as long as the match makes as much sense as possible. What I mean is that I would prefer a more polished engine where more styles of play could have similar efficiency levels if set up properly. To be fair, having such crazy number of attributes and variables in place to simulate a football match is an enormous task, and Sports Interactive have done a good job, but considering the fact FM is around for around 20 years now, it could have been better. A role-playing element of FM is on a whole other level. Having such huge and detailed influence within a football club translates to high emotional attachment to the game, with emotions running high in almost every match because of unpredictability of football. For example, before a big match, both my goalkeepers got injured in training, so had to use the only remaining one that was not even near the same level. Personally, one of the most frustrating experiences is when my team is playing fantastic and is dominating a weaker club, but just can't score, and the one counter-attack with their only attempted shot in the match sends the other team up front. On the other hand, there are incredibly satisfying matches, like the other day with Retro Database, where my Arsenal side defeated Inter away 5-0 to send them to semi-finals of Champions League. Basically dismantled them, even though Inter was the stronger side. Anyway, just wanted to share this with you bastards, but I have to seriously warn every single one of you that getting into FM could change your life, for better or worse. I was having a really bad year 2 years ago and was struggling mentally for many reasons, so went on vacation to chill a bit and change the dynamic in desperate attempt to get out of the hole. Second day on vacation, I fell down the stairs and fucked up my ankle pretty bad, which only made things infinitely worse due to inability to move to go anywhere. Stuck in the apartment, FM was everything, and thankfully love for that game kept me focused enough to not think about the bad stuff as much. It's the only game that I've played in my life that has that power to light the spark even in the most desperate of times. So even with the fact that Sports Interactive and Sega have become quite greedy over the years, I have to thank them for such a product that might have saved my life that summer. A role-playing experience unlike any other.